line. Hey, the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to P10 Race TV, live today from Brooklyn, Michigan, here as we are at Michigan International Speedway, the 2-mile-long high embankment track. About to see some truck series action here on the show. Hi, Garen Owen. I am the Crusader Christian Shire, joining you guys here today as Misfitz iRacing League SRM Truck Series prepare on for the battles ahead and the raging 100 lap climactic sequence before playoffs contend off with all-star race to follow as well. The championship hopes lay in wait and lay on the line for every driver out here trying to make or break their season or trying to take home as much as they can in terms of scope and glory. With a lot on the plate, on the mind here, these drivers know they've got their hands full with this track that's going to pretty much kind of settle them more in like a plate track to start, but as it starts to break down, it will become a lot more difficult and challenging to really scope out and take in consideration where they are positioned and at. All this presented in part by our friends at Speedmaster Boats. With the fastest radio control out there, Speedmaster Boats is the only name to go with. So with that said here, race fans, it is time to get ready to round up to your gridding order here. The drivers have now set up onto the track here. Let's take a look at our gridding order presented by Speedmaster. And on the pole here in Brooklyn, Michigan, it'll be Kelly Hyatt in the 26, the outside of him in the 51. That will be Jesse Singleton. Row number 2 is Jimmy Trevor Keith in the 48, the outside of him, and the number 12, it is old Matt Mingo. Row number 3 is going to be Josh Previn, 35, the outside of him, and the 38 is Patrick Jenks. Row number 4 is going to be Logan Melcher in the 41, the outside of him, and the 98 is going to be Dominic Lee. Row number 5 is going to be Dominic Previtt in number 35, the outside of them. Or, excuse me, not in the 35, my bad. That'll be in the 39, the outside of him is the 4 of Philip Willis. Row number 6 is then going to be Noah Henkel in the 91, the outside of him, and the 18, it is Sharon Slate. Row number 7 is going to be piloted down by Justin Ulrich in the 02, the outside of him, and the 85 is TJ Lear, with the final starters in row 8 being the 45 of Sam Maxwell and the 15 of Ryan Dyer. Field preparing on down on the track here, ready to get at it and get going here on the circuit. A who's who of contenders and drivers ready to duke it out and put up a fight here on the showcase. Kelly Hyatt going to be the number 1 seed, so they will start front and center. The rest of the field just going to be kind of stuck in between the gaps and in the packs here as we await the arrival of, I believe, Dominic Lee here. Last remaining driver not to schedule out, or no, excuse me, that'd be Logan Melcher that has not come out. Dominic is right there in the white truck there, the number 98. There is Melcher. That means we have now got the gridding order ready to go, and the field is now set to stage. Ready to set sail off on the track here. Let's bring the drivers down onto the track and get ready for this one. This will be a shootout, to say the least. lot on the line here, and these drivers are well aware of that as they're going to bring him off into the high bank 2 mile long Michigan International Speedway. If you're just tuning in for the first time, folks, get ready. This one should be a good one here. These Misfit drivers, normally known for really putting the speed and putting up the fights early on. Should be interesting to see how they handle the nerves and how they handle themselves when they're kind of stuck in between the field, kind of stuck in between the rest of the dry packs. So a lot of guys here that know how tough it is just to make moves here in Michigan. There's some that have not been treated to the full experience of this place. One thing is for sure, this is a challenging track that only the best can fight it out with and survive on. Lining up down onto the front straightaway here. We're going to set them off to the green flag. Stage 1 begins now. Drivers able to make the calls. 15 and 16 of Sam Maxwell and the 15 of Ryan Dyer not able to make it out here. So that will shorten down the field a slight bit, but still, when you got 14 drivers on the track, you know you got a lot of pack buddies to work with. You got a lot of drivers that can really pack this track in. Given some room, given some time here on the track, they will certainly have their hands cut out for them, and really a lot of work is under their bargaining bracket. Everybody already leaning towards down on the front straightaway. The 51 Jesse Singleton takes an early lead here as Kelly Hyatt tries to corner them down on the bottom lane. Looks like Hyatt will get the slight advantage on the entry to get it off the exit. A bit more speed for Hyatt, but Singleton getting a good push here from the 35 of Josh Previtt early on. The Monster Energy 35 Chevrolet Silverado getting some good push on the Toyota Tundra of Singleton. And the complete diesel machine currently dealing with the SRM Toyota Tundra up of Hyatt here. Hyatt not giving him much room or not giving him much openings here. Sideboard camera here. Patrick Danks is the 38. Still tries to hone in and hone off, trying to get some good run and get some good race out of these guys immediately. Previtt seems to be jumping it down to the bottom line though. He's going to try to make his way down into that group and in that saddle pack. Everybody else behind him trying to do much of the same, if not maybe just a little bit better. Down to the bottom we go. 3 wide salute. Josh Previtt going for a run early. Trying to make the pass, forces Kelly Hyatt up slightly there in the corner, but sizzled around, lost control, and Patrick Jenks slamming it right into the side of Trevor Keith. The 48 takes a good hit in the corner, 1 and 2 from Jenks. Patrick Jenks maybe forced up a little bit there off of turn 1 and 2, and then door slams that 48 straight into the wall protection. Not sure if that's going to end up haunting them or come back to really get them, but it seems as though that may have slowed this field down just a slight bit here. Lone female today, Sharon Slate D18 right now looking on carefully as she continues to deal with some drivers ahead. The Joe Marval 39 of Dominic Previtt right now trying to keep distance and trying to keep pace up. The Previtt family has been pretty much kind of eyeing every spot, every angle they can in terms of scope of the season and positions they can finish in. Some in the top half to some then into the victory lane circle. But no matter what, the Previtts always come out swinging. The 91 Wawa Toyota Tundra driver right now, currently trying to get up some speed on the field. As Dominic Lee and Philip Willis currently lead them down through that pack into that draft. Up ahead, Matt Mingo. He looks to take the lead over the Keystone corner. Number 12 has got a good run here. Got some push and got some grip to work on the outside line in beautifully as the 41 of Logan Milcher. Trying and desperately, trying to make some moves off in the distance as well. They're deep in, 3 wide through the front stretch. Trevor Keith already going to get put a lap down to that little skirmish he suffered from Jenks. Mingo sent up top side, no run on the outside, but all the run on the bottom in the middle for everybody else. No room to give, no room to lose. Man, they are packed up and stacked up so hard, and now it could get a little bit bad. Trouble. Milcher is going for a bit of a ride. Can they save it? Oh, no, he's not going to save it. Slams it right into the corner. We got a caution. No caution yet, though. Wait a minute. Matt Mingo was the one that got the brunt of it. Dominic Previtt got the worst of it. I have to confirm. There is the caution now. So Dominic Previtt, Matt Mingo involved in the wreck, unfortunately. Ciphering some huge hits there and did not get out of the way in time. We'll take a look at the replay. There is Milcher, and I didn't even see Dominic Previtt get clipped till right about there, actually. And you can see there was a little bit of a problem for Mingo. You saw him actually get kind of cut off there as they were coming down through turn number 3. We'll take another look at it from the blimp cam here. You're going to see very carefully what happened here. There's Dominic Lee in the back. They slow up a little bit. Dominic's trying to slow up too. Catches Mingo just a little too much. Mingo tries to save it, gets back in the throttle, and then slams it right into Dominic Previtt, and there was nowhere for him to go. Takes a nasty little hit there. Unfortunately, will slow down the field yet again here. Field going to have to decipher up on that. Take it down now. Listen to our driver's lineup here. Start them up here with the driver in that 91 Wawa and Toyota Tundra today. That is going to be Noah Hinkle on the line here. Noah, how are you today, sir?
Yourself, sir.
Not much, my friend. Currently watching you go around this place and dealing with the pressure of the pack race in here. How difficult it is to just kind of keep these guys on your tail and off your tail today.
It's very difficult. The draft is huge here. It's very hard to get any separation and get single file, but I'm looking forward to it. This is a really strong track for me, and I'm hoping I can win it in the long run. We'll see.
With the way this race kind of goes through and kind of settles down, do you think this 91? So we'll let you get into pit road real quick. Do you think this 91 might be a contender for that top 5 to the winner's circle today?
I think we have a chance. This is one of my better tracks. It's just going to be about saving tires towards the end, just staying consistent. So we'll see.
For sure there. Hinkle, thanks for your time down there.
Yep, thank you.
Noah Hinkle, ladies and gentlemen. Listening to another driver that knows how to run it with the best. The number 4, Philip Willis, now joins us on the call. And Willis, we've seen you here plenty of times in these endurance kind of races, these endurance kind of battles, when especially that win in Indianapolis. Do you think Michigan National Speedway can kind of relate to a bit of an endurance for you in this team?
I don't know. This race is real early. Just trying to fill this truck out a little bit. I think you're going to see some good, exciting racing here tonight. So we'll just try to keep this truck clean, and we'll see what happens.
See what happens indeed. Now, I'll ask you this. There has been a bit of an issue in regards to the way the corners kind of come off and the way it kind of banks us on the turns. How tight on that right front is it really for you to hang on and keep it under control?
It didn't seem to be that bad. The wind's kind of in our face. You can feel it really hard coming off of the back straightaway going into turn 3 and 4. So you may have to kind of feather it just a little bit to save your nose of your truck. But other than that, obviously position here is everything. So we'll just have to see what happens.
We certainly will indeed, but nevertheless, Willis, thank you for your time down there.
Yeah, 10-4.
Philip Willis, ladies and gentlemen, taking some time to let us know in on this plan here and what's going on. We'll listen in now with a driver that knows how to think or two about winning on tracks like this. Of course, we're talking about the complete Diesel 51 of Jesse Singleton. Singleton, as we're about to approach back to the green here early on, you made a great hold shot and a great battle out there with Kelly Hyatt and taking full control of the race. And how you have the race lead again, how do you defend them off?
You know, just using air to your advantage, putting them in the right spot that you can hold them off and get to run off the corner. That's the biggest thing. It's just air work around these cars so much, just get them loose in certain spots and get them tight in certain spots. You can really make it work and make it hard for them to get by you.
Do you think the side draft too can be a bit of a factor here for some of the later half and stages of these races?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're able to get to their side, just kill their run, it's killer. I mean, it's all about air with these trucks here. I mean, just you get a certain spot of their car and it'll make them turn.
They're certainly there.
You'll see that all night.
All right. Well, we'll be keeping a close eye on it and yourself as well as you complete this race out. Best of luck down there, Singleton.
Yep, thank you.
Jesse Singleton right now trying to get squared back up and getting ready to go down at it again here, race fans, as we pile him off down off of turn number 3 and 4. Pace truck will reel him off down off the corner. We haven't fully completed stage number 1 yet. We still have some laps remaining to the Speedmaster restart zone. We're back underway. 11 laps now in the books. Eleven laps now in the books. Field going to work their way through off of 1 and 2. Josh Previtt takes the early lead here. Got a bit of a jump on these guys, probably trying to take an early advantage. And it looks like Milcher's getting a little welcoming from the Misfitz crew. Got a little tag there off of turn number 2. I don't know, that might have been the 85 of TJ Lero. That was the 4 of Philip Willis. In my perspective, it might have been the Publix number 4 Willis there, just a slight bit. Here comes the 91 of Noah Henkel up on top, takes the advantage of it. Kelly High in the 26 also looking to try to get a bit of a cheap shot down there as well. Swings it in hard. Melcher goes straight topside trying to avoid Mingo. But in turn opens the door up for them as well. That's TJ Lear, and it looks like the 85 and the 4 of Philip Willis involved in the wreck, and the 91 of Noah Henkel caught off guard as well. Caution out again. Well, we talk about it, and we've seen it plenty of times. Just getting a slight bit over egregious, it can end up costing you. Came off there. You see everyone else just kind of getting cleaned up into the pack there. Noah Henkel, Philip Willis, TJ Lear, they had absolutely no idea what was going on until it was pretty much too little too late at that point. One last look at it here. Lear gets tapped. Willis goes to the wall. Lear is trying to save it. And honestly, even though he kind of got started in the wreck, I think he probably came out the least bit damaged out of the bunch. Philip Willis, I believe, took the worst end of it. So now that will stretch us back out in position here for another restart. And a lot of guys right now, I gotta believe, probably just kind of keeping a close eye and a close tab on the rest of the field. Let's take a listen in, though, to our race leader here in the number 35, Josh Previtt. You got a copy down there?
I do.
All right, Josh, man, right now you and your family member Dominic have been kind of found themselves in some trouble spots, or really kind of just staying out of trouble. But now that you're the new leader, you had a pretty good jump out of the gate. What was going on down there?
I got a bigger jump than I wanted to, especially with these guys nose to tail, getting a good draft on you. I don't know, just got a good jump, and then we'll. It's still early to see what happens. Looks like we're pretty racy here these last few green flag laps, getting some packs. So, got some fuel strategy to play this later in the half of this race, so we'll see what happens. Just kind of going with the flow right now, is trying to keep my nose clean.
Do you think with those jumps and the way they have to start off on the field that may actually be a bit of a big factor for them to catch you quickly, or do you think that'll force them to have to burn up more just to try to catch you?
You know, I wish that list caution right here that we're on didn't come out. I would have been able to get a good idea of that. Maybe we'll see what happens here, get the same kind of jump, and then we'll see what happens. Kind of just testing it out, seeing what I got for the end of the race, see what kind of strategy I need to play, see what games I can play too.
For sure there. Josh Previtt, thanks for your time down there.
Thank you, buddy.
Josh Previtt, ladies and gentlemen, on the line. You listen in carefully, and you can hear from their end and from their deal. They are currently trying to pressure up and figure things out. We'll take a listen in here to one of the drivers unfortunately involved in the issues there earlier on there, but the number 12, Matt Mingo, be able to keep himself out of trouble for the most part here. Matt, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Could definitely be better. Could have the that fast repair still, but you know, stuff happens.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, you found yourself kind of wrapped up in a bit of a wreck there and a bit of a mess. I mean, did you really able to see like what happened or what went wrong there when going through that turn?
I got tagged in the bumper. After that, I should have just backed it down and got on the brakes, but I tried to save it and try to manage the car as best I could. But it just decided to hook a right into Dominic Previtt. That's unfortunate, but
Well, maybe unfortunate.
it's racing.
Yeah, it's racing, all right. But the good news is you still have a fresh truck to work with and use today. So, Matt, you got a little bit of time left, man. Let's see what happens down there.
Yeah, thank you.
Matt Mingo, ladies and gentlemen. Field going to bring their way around the track here. We're going to go on back to the green flag restart zone here once more. Josh Previtt going to be the leader here. Jesse Singleton going to be right behind him on that bottom lane, looking to looking probably not to get behind too far this time with Previtt. Josh probably trying to use a bit of that keen instinct, knows that the stage laps are starting to boil down and trickle down here. Has a good opportunity here to really take control of this race. We'll have to see though, as they wheel them right back around here to the front straightaway, back to the Speedmaster restart zone. We're back underway, race fans. Well, Previtt said a second ago he wanted to try and see what another strong restart would do for him. Well, it definitely did him some wonders. He gets the early advantage out of the gate. Uh-oh, a little bit of trouble down there off turn number 2. Patrick Jenks gets clipped. He saves it. Oh, no, he can't save that one. He gets into a little bit. I believe that was Trevor Keefe, the 48, slamming into him. Keefe's into the inside wall retainer. We got another caution. And for the second time today, Trevor Keith involved in a situation he just could not evade or escape. He's going to drive that one off into the sunset, and I don't think he's a happy camper for any means necessary. Well, Jenks got clipped, and Keith got trapped. Melcher got him. See, Keith tries to get back on the gas. And here's where the truck's just gone. He just knows he's in trouble. He's trying to slam the brakes down quick. He saw the front. He saw those rear tires still gassed on it. He really just didn't know what was going on or what was happening till it was just too little too late. And that's just one of those deals. Yeah, I can see as soon as he was kind of done for there, he had not a lot of places to go. So once again, race fans, we're just going to kind of clutter them up and bring them back to the track and back onto the field. Bob Anderson is saying interested in joining. Well, definitely can look into that. And we'll see if the Misfitz iRacing League actually has their own little Facebook group. You can actually message them up there. I think also probably they'll get a word with you from the Discord here if they can. I don't know if we are allowed to share the Discord, to be honest with you, so. Feel gonna Hulk them back down around. Time to listen in to some of our other drivers here. The 02 iRacing machine, that is Justin Ulrich now back on the track here. Ulrich, great to see you back out here, and yet another race for you in this team. How have you been feeling out here at Michigan so far?
It's been a little bumpy, but you know, working my way up there.
Working your way up there and also kind of avoiding the trouble here. You really kind of expecting a little bit more of that, or you think you'll be able to kind of keep away from it?
Well, if there is any more of it, I hope I'm not part of it. That's all.
For sure there. All right. Well, Ulrich, appreciate your time down there, bud. Best of luck as we get you back on the show.
Thank you.
Justin Ulrich, ladies and gentlemen, trying to get nerves settled in, kind of stay out of trouble. Speaking of stay out of trouble, had to listen in with that 98 driver, Dominic Lee here. Dominic, you've had found yourself in a little bit of trouble earlier on. Got kind of into the rear bumper there off turn 3 and 4 with the guy in front of you. How bad is that front bumper been kind of messing with you so far?
It's not too bad. I only had a couple seconds worth of damage, but you know, we seem to be the casualty when it comes to pinning the caution on somebody, so that's always a good thing, and I like to enjoy that. So.
Well, I mean, there is one good bright side for you. At least you're in the top 5, kind of bracketing up for a race win yet again here. What will it take to get win number 2, when you think?
I mean, just keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm fairly confident with what I have, and just kind of biding my time. I was literally running half throttle the whole first 4, 5, 6 laps that we were doing, and just watching everyone blow my doors off, and I wasn't even worried about it. And you know, I was hoping we'd get a long run because I feel very confident in what I have on the long run.
All right. Well, Dominic, we'll have to see if that long run comes to you, but nevertheless, best of luck down there.
I appreciate it.
Dominic Lee, ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing the confidence in his mind and his mic right now. He is definitely not too thrilled about the situations he's been part through, but he is excited to see what can come from it. Stage number 1 still yet to tick off the bars. We're going to finish that out right now, though. Back to the green. Just a few more laps remaining. This time Singleton was your race leader out of the gate. Josh Previtt kind of having to play catch up right out of the gate here. Almost 3 deep in. Dominic Lee, no room for error there. And Matt Mingo kind of trapped up in the middle. Gonna bolster him down right into the back straight away here. Dusty Singleton, the 51, and Josh Previtt in the 35, going head to head, no door to door. Lee joins him, and Mingo up on the top side. Last time it was Mingo in front of Lee. This time they are side by side, almost into one another though, as they almost get into a 3-wide tangent. Positioning is key, and they need all the momentum they can get, especially with these last couple laps of stage number 1. Trying to buckle down the truck. Hold on for dear life. Previtt crapped in. Singleton lowers it back. Stuck in the 3-wide tangent. This is exactly what Josh Previtt wants to see. He wants these guys to struggle and have to deal with the pressure here. TJ Lear, the 85. Look out for him. The hashtag up here is coming back. And he's coming back with a fiery vengeance now here. Lowering down, Mingo. Hold on down there, buddy. Looked like he was getting pretty close to that side skirt of the 51 of Justin Singleton as Previtt is trying to defend off Dominic Lee. DJ Lear sent straight to the bottom lane. Got a trap down there. Everybody right now absolutely shooting for the moon and shooting and not throwing themselves into disaster. Nobody is safe without a doubt here. It's really just kind of a matter of opinion, a matter of struggle and timing to get yourself more in line and more enriched into what the Misfits are usually throwing at you. Some slight hit. Oh no, leaders take it for a ride again, and Previtt slammed in. It looked like might have been contact from Dominic Lee and them as a huge hit ensues. Logan Melcher involved, Trevor Keith, and Josh Previtt all involved. Oh my. And yet again, another casualty thrown into the pile. Drivers taken for a ride here. I don't know what happened there. All we know is it looked like the 98 might have got the 35 coming off of turn 2. Ooh. Well, you be the judge of that one, guys. I don't know how you're going to call it, but I know how I will see it. Here's the wreck. Dump Previtt gets trapped. Melcher gets trapped. TJ Lear. Oh, look at Philip Willis, man. He went for a wild ride there. Oh, my goodness. These drivers had not be happy right now. They can't be too thrilled with what's going on either. I got to believe that right now. Kind of laid in, kind of thrown for a loop. Previtt gets sent in. The Willis tried to avoid it. Knew he was not getting anywhere. Almost sent it end over end. He actually managed to keep it on all fours, surprisingly. Credit where credit's due. Nice drive off here. He managed to keep it under control. The truck is badly damaged, but he's still going to try to run it out at least. And I think at this point it's safe to say stage number 1, I believe, has concluded. But how many drivers we've lost, hard to really say here. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not bringing any drivers in right now. I think there might be a little chat going on right now inside that truck booth there with these guys. I think there might be some driver meeting needing to be taken care of. Field right now, I gotta believe, just kind of looking on, just kind of trying to figure out where the heck this is even going to go or what's going to happen next. I don't even know if any of them know what to expect or what they're going to go through. So Noah Hinkle going to be your new leader here. Patrick Jenks, Sharon Slade, Jesse Singleton, Matt Mingo. Being the top 5 bracket here as we're going to field him back down and around. Also, guys, ignore the spam in the chat there as well. Don't worry about them. We'll deal with them. Trust us there. Right back down on the line up here into the pace. I believe we're going to get it up with stage number 2 now, so let's get to the racing. Major motion and speed coming up through Jesse Singleton, the 51, lining out on the 38 of Patrick Jenks, the 18 Sharon Slade, Matt Mingo, and the 5 right now. Drivers right now at this point kind of expecting to stay out of either trouble or just kind of trying to keep their speeds in a decent spot. A lot of guys right now, though, are a lap down or are currently fighting to get their lap back. They are in a desperate plea or a desperate need here, and they know it too. Well, it's no surprise here the 51 uses his long run and his hard run strategies to his advantage. Jesse Singleton takes the lead for Noah Hinkle. But Hinkle almost seamlessly not giving up yet. Singleton, though, he's throwing some blocks and he's throwing some maneuvers here. He's trying to keep the 91 below him. Maybe wondering at home, why is he trying to keep him below him? Shouldn't he be trying to close the track out a little bit more? Well, the thing is here at Michigan, if you get them off the corners, you're actually a lot better off on the middle groove than you would be on the bottom groove because it allows you to ship up just a little bit more, giving the truck more breathing room to work with. Not only that, but it also forces the other driver to actually even have to look into possibly forcing themselves up at you. And in that case, it would end up hurting them more than it really would hurt you unless they catch you at the right time. And most of the time, you never see that. These drivers are a lot more respectful than that in this case. Swinging them right around the track and right around the obstacles here. That is traffic and speeds here coming through. Dominic Lee in the 98 leaving nothing behind here. He's already trying to muscle his way back into the front of the field. Probably looking at that interim, long-term strategy he was talking about. I would have to say, though, I definitely got to feel like the strategies have bolstered up and put up some serious consequences, and everyone knows it too. Well, we're nearly halfway done with this race so far. Noah Hinkle, though, currently in a bit of a bind, in a bit of an obstacle course, if you will. He's just trying to see around a way to get around Singleton. Just getting also, at the same time, dealing with the traffic right behind him. Here comes Dominic Lee now. Lee wasting absolutely no time here. Coming back off for the field here. Everybody kind of mixing, matching it up a little bit. Nobody is left safe in this one. Singleton now starting to develop a huge lead, and I think that's what Josh Prevost was kind of looking at earlier. Was trying to get the run early, trying to get the speed going quickly. And then from there, just kind of let things play out the way he likes it to. Doesn't seem to be working here, though, so they'll come right through corner number 2. Jenks still dealing with Dominic Lee. Josh Previtt, though, right behind both of them. And you got to be wondering, in Josh Previtt's mind, is he looking at trying to get a little payback? Jenks, though, extremely aggressive there into turn number 3 and 4. Sends Lee up and opens the door up. Josh Previtt, though, is a lap down, so he's actually just fighting for position to try to get back in the lead lap. Looks like it might be a bit of a problem down there. Looks like 2 of our drivers slowing down. Trevor Keith and Philip Willis here, both drivers slowing majorly down. They end up almost collapsing the drivers in a little bit, almost getting them into trouble. They were able to stay out of it, though. Good drive and good saving from them. Previtt is just not giving 2 hoots or 2 cares at this point. I mean, again, some regards I really can't blame him, but I mean, at the same time, I think he's got to try thinking. Can't really make too many enemies down there. You don't want to do too much of that, especially now with what you're dealing with on a track like this. Well, thanks to that little push and that little round sound back up to the fight, Dominic Lee has been able to catch up to Singleton using the draft while the Monster Energy 35. He's looking to slingshot it around Previtt. I don't know where he's going or what he's doing next, but I would say hold on, boys. This could get bumpy. Well, I don't know about Dominic, but it looks like that 35 may be lining him up for a little bump draft or a little way to get around him. Doesn't get him there. Lee looks like he's going to swing in the inside. This is your battle for the lead. Every driver dictating their own paces and kind of keeping themselves under control. The footing definitely fits the bill. Climbing back down on the track here, you also see the number 39, Dominic Previtt. Dominic, well aware of what he's been going through and what he's dealt with this season. He's trying desperately, and I mean everything he can, to try to get another win in this season, while also probably with Rhode Ice family member and Josh Previtt to make some moves and make some workarounds here for possibly taking over this one, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case no more for now. Slate, Lear, Previtt, Jenks, and Mingo all right now in the binders and on the verge. Noah Hinkle currently a lap down, but it doesn't seem to really care too much either. He's one of those drivers right now that's looking at the overall predicament. A little bit of a corner off down there. TJ Lear nearly catching Kelly Hyatt off of turn 4, and that opens the door for the 39. Dominic. Hard run on the outside. Kelly trying to get back to the bottom, trying to quickly avert it. But there was no abort here. The mission is a success. Dominic Previtt gets to the top 5, and he is 4th place now. He's up 5 spots. Sharon Slate 9 spots up for her day. TJ Lear also 9 spots up. Climbing back down to the field here, and it looks like Henkel did not waste any time taking back his lap back. Got it ahead of Singleton. Singleton probably not too thrilled about that. Dominic Lee going right to the bottom. He's looking for the lead. He forces Singleton to the extreme high embankments, trying to get Lee was trying to probably set him up there a little bit more to force him to draft off of the 35. Well, guess what, Josh Previtt, I think probably has a little bit more of a friend in Singleton right now than what we saw earlier with him and Lee. Battle for the lead still. Singleton trying to keep Dominic behind. He had a great run on the outside, and I think that tire, and I think the fact he's not having to cut the corners off as much is helping him out tremendously here. Singleton looks like now he has kind of built up a good working relationship in the draft partner realm with 35. We'll see if that ends up being a favorable position. This field goes into pit road. Some coming in quickly, some going out faster than they can. About 5 laps remaining here in stage number 2, I believe. TJ Lear, Noah Hinkle. 7.5 to 5.5 seconds respectively to Patrick Jenks in the 38. Justin Ulrich, Matt Mingo there trying to also catch up quickly. Dominic Previtt, the 39, getting out of the way for lap traffic. Jenks is a lap down, if you can believe it. He's in the 7th spot. He's a lap down at the moment. That's kind of the nature of the beast. Bit crazy to believe, but that is how it's working. Hinkle on the lead lap, TJ Lear and them on the lead lap as well. And now looking for the lead again. Singleton dropping up top. Lee trying to get him on the bottom. And Dominic can't have any more of it. He's going to pit road. Fuel mileage just too late. Looks like Singleton now on a bit of a kill switch mode. He's just trying to hang in there. And Singleton and Josh Previtt going to park him into pit road now. So it looks like Strategy's really bowling over Dominic Previtt, the 39. Looks like he might have stuck it in just a little bit longer here. Might have a great idea where he's going or which one he's going with here. So Dominic now enters into pit road. Looks like the lap strategy and the field momentum wasn't quite where he wanted to play it out at. Noah Hinkle, he is on a massive run to try to take this one over from him. Singleton well aware of that. So was Previtt. Hinkle, he carries the momentum. He carries the speeds. He's got to move on it. Singleton watching carefully on Hinkle's back bumper where he'll go next or what he'll do. He knows that was a big move he just took and a big risk, but Hinkle seems to have made it cut out and work for him. Field's starting to spread out a bit. We're halfway through this race today. I believe we'll be at about about 9, 10 more laps left to stage 2, I believe is the call. I'm not really totally sure. Trying to find our race info and our race talk on that one, but it doesn't look like we finally got that kind of situated, so we're just going to kind of go with the flow and do what we need to do. That's the way we does it here. Okay, so can't confirm it's actually lap 55 here. That is the call I just got word of. So thank you to my assistants and producers for helping me out there. So for sure, 4 laps left to go. So lap 25 and then lap 55. So Noah Hinkle right now, the race leader by about 1 and 2/10 to Patrick Jenks. Jesse Singleton slowed off a bit into the distance. 2 laps left here now with only 1 lap left to go. Noah Hinkle absolutely smoking these guys here in the 2nd stage. Strategy working out well and strategy used up extremely confidently here on the verge. Coming up fast though through the turns. Patrick Jenks in the 38, not giving out just yet. Trying to hope for a bit of a break, trying to hope for a bit of a chance here. Trying to get him in the final 2 corners here. Well, he closed the gap up, but I think he's going to be 1 lap short. Noah Henkel will bring it across the stripe first. He'll be your stage 2 winner. Well, I presume that was supposed to be the end of stage 2. That's what we had on the lap counter. But I think they're going to keep racing ahead, I guess. I don't know, I think the producer may have lied to me or not, but either way, Patrick Jenks not letting them up this time. Firing it down on all cylinders here, and yeah, lap 55 was supposed to be the stage break. And that finally will intervene the stage break there, so we got that out of the way. Guess I wanted to go 1 more lap for the heck of it. Well, when we pop on back here, race fans, we're going to see a little bit more craziness mixed in between. As Jesse Singleton seems to have a bit of a problem in that 51. I think he may be out of gas. Let's see if we can get it back into pit road in time when we return. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, here at Michigan National Speedway, brought to you in part by our friends at Speedmaster Boats. You guys need to have the best in radio control and speed and endurance of the boats on the road, on the tracks, and on the of the ocean waves and the lakes and seas below. Then Speedmaster Boats is the way to go. Time to listen now to some of the drivers and get their thoughts and feelings here on what's been honing in on and really firing down with here. Definitely quite a few to hear from. We'll start with the 85 with TJ Lear. TJ, this one started out the first half a little bit rocky, a little bit shaky, and now the 85 seems to have kind of toned it up a bit and really figured this thing out. And do you have anything for this final stage, you think?
I feel like I have a lot for this final stage, so I'm down without my faster pair after that crazy crash that happened in the first stage. I'm running great. I started last and was able to get up to 6th within, I don't know, a few laps. And I've been able to kind of be up there with the leaders to kind of keep myself in the battle. So I feel like I have something for them. Last time I said that, I did get caught up in something. But I feel like as long as I can keep my truck clean, I feel like I have a good shot.
Have a good shot and a good opportunity to really make some noise here. I'll also ask too, how have the tires been when you got out of the draft and you had to actually kind of bolster up the speed on your own there?
Yeah, I went without my tires just to see if I could have an extra set on them just in case like a late race caution comes out after a long green flag run. It definitely hurt my speed. I was getting past in the corners like I was standing still. But I was able to kind of hang in there and kind of feed off their draft on the straightaways to delay the inevitable. But tires are definitely a must. I see that now. But at least I have an extra set on them just in case.
For sure there. All right, well, TJ, we really appreciate coming on board here, sir. Best of luck to you in this final stage.
Thank you.
TJ Lear right now getting ready to get out of here. Take a listen now to the number 38 driver, Patrick Jenks, here as he comes out roaring with this last-minute call there on stage number 2. Jenks nearly taking stage 2 away there from Noah Henkel. You had a good little run and a good fight out there. What was the kind of the push and the shove for the last bit of this race for you?
Yeah, Michigan's always been good to us, and we found a little bit something with the tire pressures. We had a little tape in that last run, and we took off like a rocket ship.
Took off like a rocket ship and had a good amount of speed and endurance to kind of keep up, but with this now bolstering down to the final leg of the race here, what is going through your mind as you try to bolster it up one more time with these guys?
Well, right now we're looking a little bit short on tires, and we only know we only got about 20 laps of fuel per run. So we're wondering if we're going to take our tires on the last pit stop or what we're going to do here. We're going to try to figure it out.
For sure there. All right. Well, we'll see how this
Excuse me.
one plays out, Jenks. Best of luck down there.
All right, thank you. See you later.
Back to Jenks, ladies and gentlemen. Getting as the field now going to wrap their way around off the corners again. This is going to be their final stage. Final leg of the race here. That is going to either really bring out the best and the toughest, or it's going to throw some drivers for a crazy loop here. Pace truck will come off of turn number 4 for the final time today. Race fans, we give you the Speedmaster restart zone to a stage, and we're going to bring him back to the green. Who's taking this one home? 40 laps to decide it. And we know these drivers are going to have to at least pit in once for that fuel mileage. That can make or break some of their racing attributes here. Dominic Lido out of the gate, looking to strategize quick, looking to strategize, tough as nails here. I think he was really planning for this final stage to be his coup de grace as it be. But Noah Henkel, the 91, took home stage number 2, that last set, and he's looking to continue on with even more. Closing in off the distance. Henkel will take the early lead. TJ Lear going to move it right in there with him. Dominic now trapped between the masses. Jesse Singleton, Josh Previtt, Trevor Keith, they are all laps down. Philip Willis is out as well right now at the moment. And Logan Melcher completely destroyed. Not going to be able to return no matter what. So at this point, it's just kind of a class of the field, kind of class of the fight. Which driver can outsmart the other? Pulling him back around the reins here. Out of turn number 4 here. Looking good so far for Henkel as he currently fights the Glitchcraft Gremlins off. TJ Lear in the UPR in 1 year. 85 machine trying to get himself back into victory lane. It's been a time or two since we've seen him in there. Recent winners as of late include that 39 Dominic Previtt, that 98 of Dominic Lee. Even Jesse Singleton, the 51, multiple time winner this season so far. And Philip Willis kind of evening it out back from Indy. Many drivers have come full circle here, and they have come full in the heads. And then trouble ensues again on the front straightaway. Dominic Lee slammed into the wall down off the front stretch. Oh my, well, I don't want to be that guy, but I gotta say, something did not go the 98's way, and I think somebody might have had a hand in it. Take a look at the replay. Well, I'm just gonna say this. You guys make the call. Dominic Lee earlier on had gotten into the same driver that clipped him. Is this the receipt? That's kind of a hard one to call. I kind of have an idea of what happened. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I think honestly that might have been slightly intentional. Just a little slightly. But on the flip side of that, I think at that mind, that's sweet revenge for what happened on that backstretch earlier, and I think he may be looking for somebody back there. And I think the officials are telling him you better calm down there. So he'll keep his cool and he'll keep himself out of trouble for now anyway. But Josh Previtt definitely gonna have a few eyes on him after this one. Field's gonna head into pit road here as fans right now just kind of really on their feet, just kind of watching closely at what the heck's going to happen next. Not even they know. The crazy thing about motorsports we've always talked about is you never know what happens until literally it has happened. Well, the field is now ready to stroll back along and stroll back into the grounds here and into the field. Trevor Key, Josh Previtt, Philip Willis. At this point, I don't know if I'd be able to say that they'd be able to get their last back in time to even get into this. Jesse Singleton desperately trying to get any semblance of hope, any semblance of help here. He is going to be not a lap down, but he's going to be close to it if he's not careful. There have already come for the lights to flicker off. Field going to bring their way right around off of turn number 4 this time on by here. Race fans, we bring them back to the green once again. Let's see what happens here. Keeping the pace, keeping it under control here. TJ Lear is already aiming towards the bottom half, going for the run. Gets it around Noah Henkel. Henkel nowhere to go. Gets trapped off the top. Kelly Hyatt, the 26, number 1 qualifier, looking to bring it back in as well. Henkel, ho, he is getting crossed up and thrown for a liar in the dark here. The 85 of TJ Lear, nowhere to go and nowhere to escape down there in that hole shot. Patrick Danks also kind of mixing it up a little bit, every driver for themselves, and that's the way you do it around here. .30 laps remain here on the track here. We'll lead them back down through turn number 3 into turn number 4. Kelly Hyatt in the 26. Staying low with the SRM Toyota Tundra. As the 91 Noah Henkel climbs up the bridge again, up the gap. Back half, swung down through it. TJ Lear still loving what he's seeing. Knows what they're up to and knows they're just completely hurting their own chances here. To the blimp game they go though, and Hyatt's already trying to nuzzle out the 85. They are dead even on the back half, but the push and the draft coming from the top. More run, more give, and that's exactly what Henkel was hoping for. TJ Lear knows he needs that draft to help keep Kelly away from taking control of this one. Hyatt thrown back down to the wire, leading him back through. Again, that airflow around that 550 horsepower package certainly is making it that much more difficult for any of these drivers to make a good little comeuppance or a good little runoff from. They need all the help and all the control they can get, if anything, to survive around here, and they're hoping for it. Ripped up to the field, Jesse Singleton, more troubles again. He is just not catching any breaks here when it comes to getting back into the leader spot. TJ literally trying to get it back into the top bracket in the biggest half. Patrick Jenks also looking to do the exact same thing here. We're running it close down with less than 30 laps remaining. Hyatt almost getting to the 85 side skirt there, almost knocking the 85 a little bit loose and a little bit sideways there. Both drivers able to stay out of trouble. Noah Henkel kind of tripped up topside in the 91. Man, oh man, he is just not able to stay out of trouble today. No matter what he does, they just either find a way to catch him, or he gets found a way, or he finds his own way into the madness. As long as TJ can stay away from that field pack now, the tires should be starting to tear in and wear him thin. Sharon Slate, the 18, though, she's not giving an inch to these guys or anybody up there. She is firing at these guys. Breathing in the fire and breathing in the fumes and just letting it roll right out. The Fury 18 is literally being an absolute fury to these guys. Just about 25 laps left to go. You can see it is now Hyatt and Lear on the verge and on the outskirts, dealing with the pressure. Pressure's on here. Hyatt does cross the 85 over, and now Lear is going to have to go on offense back to the bottom. Flat out crossed him up, and then he threw a slide job right back at him, and TJ was actually able to cross him over the cross thread. Successful through 2, and hangs on through 4, but gets a bump there from Hyatt. They're off of 4. Either that or Hyatt had a trouble. Either that or Lear had some trouble holding the truck online. Either way, that now has led everybody behind back into this. And Dominic Previtt making a great comeback, running right through the field. This is an absolutely awesome final stage here from these drivers. Nobody left and nobody giving an inch. Nobody wants to make that mistake. All trucks look good, but somebody is going to have to let it go eventually. Hyatt trying to be the one. It's been a very, very long time since Kelly Hyatt's been able to even get it into victory lane. They'd love to change that today. With all that isn't left into their endurance and their performance. Noah Hankel, though, never been to victory lane here. Looking to change that today with this win and with this position in a finish. Dominic Previtt currently also kind of clearing it out and riding around. Hankel, Hyatt, and Lear right now almost at a bit of a detrimental pace here. TJ Lear trying to hang on too. He had such a good run there earlier on. Now has an even tougher run ahead of him. These guys just will not stop crossing it over. Somebody's got to give an inch. The fans approving of this race, so they are on their feet, rooting on for their driver, rooting on for their crew. While at the same time, probably in my opinion, just approving this impressive race combatant. You thought this was kind of some kind of acrobatic stunt or something like that. No, this is the real thing. They are all just so close, so tightly packed in there. Nobody's been able to give an inch. Noah Hankel gonna have to retreat to pit road. Looks like he's gonna use a strategy up. Kelly Hyatt was paying close attention to him. He's gonna go down in there as well. TJ Lear, Jesse Singleton now gonna have their own little war out here, but currently Josh Previtt trying to stabilize it through and hang on. Leapt on around, bolstering through the momentum. Patrick Jenks gonna be your new leader as Singleton and Lear have to go to pit road. Dominic Previtt though looking on. Bit of an onslaught, a bit of an onlooker here, knowing the strategy and what he can have at his disposal. Dominic Previtt now going to be your new leader here as Jenks goes into pit road. 18 laps remain. Looks like Previtt might have a slight advantage. Ulrich, Previtt, Mingo Top three right now, Previtt, Ulrich, Mingo, currently the top three from first to second to third. And Ulrich actually somehow, some way, seems to have found another line, a bit of another gap or so. Has got the 39 and has found some ways to take control. But they're going to have to square it up to pit road. Ulrich going to go in. Previtt's going to stay out once more. He's really going to try to click the time away. It's a very bold strategy. How wise, we're not sure. Dominic Lee seems to be on a completely different wavelength here. He's 21 seconds ahead of the guy that's currently trying to catch him, and Noah Henkel, as well as the 51 of Jesse Singleton. But the way his strategy's looking, I think he's really trying to go for an extremely long run strategy. Probably felt a bit trapped as well from earlier on, considering what had happened there, getting into that big wreck and then ensuing the situation. The rear end damage might be too severe, so I think he's kind of hoping and praying for a bit of a miracle here. There's 15 laps left. There's not enough fuel in Dominic Previtt's truck, or Matt Mingo's truck either for that matter, to finish this race out. At least that's the way I am seeing it. It's hard to really confirm though. Slowing down a bit, Mingo, he's going to pit road. Previtt's going to pit road, so it looks like that strategy I was saying earlier has now thrown them into the bind. Now Henkel and Singleton, it's up to them to catch them. They've got a chance here, but they need to hurry. Previtt and Mingo, they need to hurry in and out quickly too if they want any chance to strike this one. Dominic's in. He's getting all tires, it looks like. Henkel and Singleton, they are literally about to gap them off. I'm not sure if this is a good strategy. It looks like Dominic actually only took the rights. It's not enough time, though. Dominic just took right side tires and fuel, and that was not enough time to catch him. The new leader, Noah Henkel, and Jesse Singleton right behind. Patrick Jenks and Kelly Hyatt, well, as well as Sharon Slate, they are all within the realm of control and consistency. They have a chance to possibly take this lead over. They're going to draft them off with 12 laps remaining. My race fans, this one is coming down the wire once again. Oh, look at this too, Patrick Jenks. Look at that right front digging into the ground there. The left front literally lifted off, it looked like, from our corner end. And Patrick Jenks, literally, I don't know what kind of springs he dug into that ground, but he literally has got a huge amount of speed gaining up. The 91 in deep trouble. Here comes the 38, one more time around. Patrick Jenks crossing them up to the top. New leader, Jenks, trying to hold it down. Now with Henkel going to the bottom, he's going to try to shoot him for the gap, looking for the crossover. A stellar ending to this one here with 11 laps remaining. Kelly Hyatt, Noah Henkel, and Patrick Jenks swapping the paint, swapping the positions. Jesse Singleton, Sharon Slate watching on from behind. They both know Every one of these drivers in this top 5 have a chance at winning it here. That is a bit of a V formation, the Mighty Duck formation, I shall say. A little pop culture reference for you there. They were deadlocked in. That had to have been probably the most perfect Mighty Ducks formation I've ever seen. But as they work their way through, Jenks here seems to fade a little bit entry-wise. His exit, not as good either. He's defending for everything he's got. Hyatt trying to clear him. Everybody behind kind of lost a little bit in the momentum and a little bit of the gap. Sharon Slate, though, she's not done yet. She's trying to get the win in. Becoming one of the only females to win on the show. Sharon is literally in a fight for survival and a battle for the pack, trying to get to him. What a wonderful race this has become, and what a battle for start to finish. 9 laps left, and they're not done yet. Seems like Jenks has a slight advantage thanks to the draft from the 18, as well as a little bit from the 51 and the 91 behind. But Kelly Hyatt using all that side draft from the top to the bottom, shortening the track out, allowing to keep the speed up for good measure, but having to rip it around that bottom means you have to turn it in just a little bit more. That, of course, affects the way the car handles, and the truck is not going to be liking it too much. Hyatt down below the yellow, gonna squeeze up a little, but has momentum. Jenks trying to hang on down there, can't quite get it away. Slate looking to make a move off on it. Sharon Slate now, here it comes, Dr. Lee inside. Here comes the 18, looking for the lead. Oh, not enough there. Slate's been in this position before, but this is the first time we've seen them really be able to get a chance at it. But now 3 deep. Blocked off. Jenks made sure the dirty air cost 18 ground in time. Singleton trying to hold on. They are literally digging that right front end of the ground into the surface off turn 1 and 2, just like we saw Jenks earlier, but now every one of them are doing it. Jenks was hitting the absolute loud pedal, and that might have been the perfect time to strike, and they knew it too. If he could have made it any more perfect, he would have tried. Or maybe not. Sharon Slate off of turn 4 gets clipped by Hyatt, and Slate is all but done. Or are they? Caution is out. So many laps in and so many laps left, so close to the ending, but here's where things just got a little bit complicated. Presented by Speedmaster as the instant replay. Watch Kelly, man, that is an absolute dive bomb. And again, I think had the right intentions, had the right frame of mind, but it was too much. And again, this late in the race, you have to make choices. You have to make decisions to try to get up there. I don't necessarily blame them for going for that move, but I don't think, at the same token, it was the right call. Jenks, Hyatt, Henkel will stay out. Singleton, Slate, Previtt, they're all going in. Not much room left for error. Not much room left on the clock. We're going to go 3 laps left to go this time on by. Chances are high. Blood is running cold and fumes are spilling over. Last chance to really take a leg up on this one. Jenks so close yet so far. He's looking to finish this one out. Top 5 on your screen. This is the final leg of this race, and you might as well call it a shootout for the ending. Green flag back up. Who's taking this one home? Hankel knows he can't let Jenks get too comfortable, but he knows he cannot make the big move early. Don't show your cards too quickly, son. He knows that Jenks looking to stay away from him. Jesse Singleton trapped in the middle. And Ulrich looks like he wants to try to make a run for it too. Justin Ulrich, the 0-2, gets a little bit wide though off the corner. Singleton gonna drop it to the bottom. 2 laps to go. Chances are running high right now. Jenks knows he's got to stay focused. A leg up into the corner. Singleton knows he's got to throw everything he got at Jenks. Jenks trying to block him. He couldn't get it. Singleton with the dive bomb from turn 2. Jenks is going to try to cross him over down in 3 and 4. He stays toward the middle. Jenks going to look toward the bottom. He's got a line down there. White flag high in the air though. Singleton looking to steal another one. Jenks won't let him that easily though. Did Singleton show his cards too soon? He might have. Jenks back to the bottom. Crossover! Back to the corner! Singleton with the run! Jenks with the run! Drag race off the edge! Josh Previtt kind of clearing the gap off a little bit. Singleton with another big run on the bottom. Jenks trying to hang on. I think he might have ran out of time. Singleton with the last gasp and the last push straight to the end will take it at Michigan. Unbelievable, but we did say literally before we went back to the green, call this one a shootout because that's what you're going to get out of this one. Jesse Singleton, the number 51 driver, gets thrown for a shootout. And somehow, some way, he takes it to the line. What a maneuvering performance from that 51 complete diesel. Victory for Singleton. Defeat for everyone else. Dominic Previtt will go second. TJ Lair goes third. Patrick Jenks going to take home fourth after almost taking this one home. Sharon Slade with a remarkable comeback for fifth. Noah Hake will go sixth. Ulrich will go seventh. Matt Mingo taking eighth. Dominic Lee goes ninth. 10th will remain with the 26th Kelly Hyatt. What a performance and a final drive for everybody out here today. Now it's time to listen into your top three to figure out just where everything went and how crazy it got. We start off with the driver who pilots the number 85. TJ Lear will take home a third place finish today. And TJ, judging by that
There's
little...
a big smile on my face right now. You don't even know.
Well, why is that, buddy? Maybe you should want to tell the fans at home that one.
Oh, that was... First off, just... I can't even explain what just happened. Now, I almost got second. I can't be mad, though, that I didn't get second, because, man, third is still an incredible place to finish. That's my best finish of the season. Everyone who's been supporting me this season, my family, like my grandparents, my parents, my best friend, and, like, other people, like other friends I have just supporting me with this, it's hopefully going to come a long way. My sponsors, like URP, Patriot Brand Apparel, Grid Rival, Race Use Memorabilia, Reaction Time Sport Podcast, 213 Similar Racing, and many more. To bring home that truck third is just beyond me, especially after that spin on pit road, which was completely on me, after leading quite a few laps. So, to be honest, the third place finish it feels really great.
Feels really good. Feels like something to really feel accomplished and really to have at your disposal. And TJ, as you kind of round out this day, I'll ask you this real quick. Who do you want to thank here for that?
Like just to thank the guys on the racetrack or thank my family, anybody, honestly. Kelly, even though he was trying to pass me while I was in that lead for a while there, he kind of, at the same time, he kept holding them back. So I kind of almost got to thank him for indirectly keeping me in the lead for so long. So at least I was able to kind of somewhat lead a good amount of laps there before I messed it up on pit road. And that caution was the best thing that could have ever happened. I had that extra set of tires, like I said, and it was able to work there, I think, because I was able to kind of make some pretty risky moves there coming to the last lap. But you kind of got to do what you got to do, especially in pack racing like this. You got to be aggressive if you want to get that finish you want, or you got to wreck trying. So thankful for that caution beyond anything. That was I celebrated when the caution came out, actually. So yeah, a great way to end off the night. Third, can't ask for anything more.
Certainly can't ask for anything more indeed. TJ, congratulations on a third place finish, buddy.
Thank you.
TJ Lear, ladies and gentlemen, going to celebrate hard with that big smile on his face. I think there'll be a couple beers too given around there from the second place finisher and Dominic Previtt. Dominic, late race caution, late race crazy town showing up, and once more you come in through in a bind.
It was definitely good to come home P2. Getting put behind the 8 ball real early, 7 laps in, going 2 laps down, just really put us behind, and we just fought through it. We knew we were fast, and we just made right moves at the right times. Got some pushes from my teammate Josh in the 35, and real excited to bring the 39 home in P2. I haven't been here in a couple weeks, so it's good to get back out there and have a strong run.
It's been a while since we've seen you really here in that podium and the position that you really were looking for after some time or two. Dominic, I know this one got a bit wild here late into the run. How important was it to really take this podium home when you needed it?
Oh, real important. Just sucks. Like I said, we've missed a couple races this year collectively as a team. I know I've missed some. Josh has missed some. Joe, our other teammate, he's missed some. Fortunately, he couldn't be here tonight. But every time we're here, the three of us are fast. We've shown that every time we're on the track. JDJ Motorsports is just building the notebook, and we're getting faster and faster, and we're not backing down when we're here. We're trying to take as many trophies as we can, as many podiums as we can when we're here. Just looking forward to build towards next year.
Certainly the case indeed. Well, nevertheless, though, Dominic, as we kind of close this one out with you on your second place finish today, sir, who do you want to thank you're out for this field today?
I definitely got to thank all the guys with JDJ Motorsports. Like I said, Joe and Josh and all of us. Just we work together great. We've been doing this, running together for all these years, and just everyone that just helps support us as a group. And thanks to Pat and all them for letting us come on out here and race and have fun every Friday.
For sure there. Dominic, once again, man, congratulations on a second place finish.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Previtt going to go away second out of the bunch. The guy that takes it home after a wild day of racing. He gets a little bit of a break, and Jesse Singleton is going to take this one home. Singleton, you threw the strategy out the window for the late run, had to throw in a short run, and use that by going into pit road to then set up for this incredible final fight between you and Patrick Jenks. How did it feel out there to really put this one on, buddy?
Oh, it felt great, yeah. You know, most people use a set in that first stage whenever they pit a little early. You know, we're able to save a set there by pitting late, and that really helped us here at the end.
Pitting late, kind of taking control, and really setting yourself up for this. I mean, for you and this team, how important is this win for you to just add on to the crew and the team today?
Oh, yeah, it's important. You know, we ain't in the running for the regular season championship, so that automatically gets the winner of that 20 points. So we got to make it up somewhere, and we're doing it here in wins.
Certainly indeed. But nevertheless, though, with the playoffs leaning and forward, this certainly will keep the control and the momentum going. But as you finish today out the victory lane, who do you want to celebrate?
You know, all our sponsors here at Speedmaster, my family, all the fans watching.
For sure there. Jesse, congratulations, man. Final battle ends with you in victory lane, sir.
Yep, thank you, Christian.
Jesse Singleton walks away with this one in victory lane. That'll about do it for our coverage today here, race fans. Special thanks to Speedmaster again. Be sure to visit them up for Speedmaster boats. Thank you all for tuning in. And again, it's till the green flag flies. See you next time.